It is 44 degrees, feels like 37. The Giants lead this World Series 3-0.
Let's take you back to game one. The two catches made back of Prince Fielder. Then the key play in this series, the throw by Scudero to get Prince Fielder. The Tigers failed to score in the second. Then last night, Brandon Crawford, the diving play to get Cabrera.
The DH, the shortstop is Brandon Crawford. Here are the numbers. This postseason for Max Scherzer on the heels of a 16-win year. That was a career high. And he was number 2 in strikeouts to his teammate Justin Verlander. And a strike hits the out season. And they're 1 win away from winning it all. Here's a 1-2 pitch. A strikeout starts the night.
Max Scherzer can be as dominating as Justin.
Arizona, 11th overall, and part of that big 3-team deal. As a pop-up is into center for Jackson, 2 out. Breath in right, and they've had a very good series. 1-2 pitch. Statement made. Crowd's in it. Will the Tigers bat? Ninth. And on the mound is the right-hander, the quote-unquote ace, but if he's the ace, he's got some company at that rotation spot for the Giants so far this postseason. The right-hander, Matt Cain.
Matt Cain, can he clinch another series? Game 5 against Cincinnati in the division series, he clinched. Game 7 against the Cardinals, he clinched. In my opinion, he got away with a lot of sliders in that Game 7 that were hangers. I think I'd avoid that pitch if I could tonight, and he is, no question about it, their big game pitcher.
Austin Jackson first up for the Tigers, and he takes high, ball 1. Matt Cain, the right-hander, 6'3", 230. He's just 28. So 2 28-year-old right-handers, and this guy is as dependable as anybody in baseball. That's right at Scudero. 1 out. The defensive lineup for the Giants.
The hitter by your foul balls. Hit the ball hard.
Reaching for it, Scudero comes in, gets that last short hop, and gets the out. 2 out.
And that's when a pitcher goes to.
ALCS against the Yankees. 2 out, nobody on. Cain brings it. Over but low, a 2-out walk. Fielder on 1 and 2. Strikes out on a pitch that was up. Now 1 for 11 in this World Series in his first year in a Tiger uniform. The intense Pence, who gets his team ready before the game, will bat second in the second, going there no score. Gum and cups and whatever, water. That's a strike on the inside corner, and 3 strikeouts for Scherzer. It just sits there throughout the game, so somebody has to clean that up. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Well hit into left center field, back at the track. This ball is 1 hopping over the wall for a ground rule double. That's a break for the Tigers because the batter is Belt looking for his first hit, and he rips one down the right field line into the corner. It is off the wall. Fair ball. Pence will score, and Belt will dig all the way around second, head to third, and the Giants lead on the first hit of the series by Brandon Belt. A double by Pence, and Belt been red hot after a slow start to the postseason. 2-2. Ground ball to Infante. That won't score the run. 2 out, and a big out picked up by Scherzer. Scherzer in his first World Series start brings home a 1-1. And a fly ball into right center field. This ball is trouble. It is caught by Dirks to end the inning. But the Giants strike 1-2 from Cain. Right back up the middle. Leadoff base hit by Delman Young. On a 1-2 delivery. There goes Young. Hit and run. Dirks flies one into center. And Young will have to go back to first. 1 out. With no runs scored. That's popped up. Straight up on the infield, and it's Crawford. 2 out. for a consecutive postseason series. That's a ground ball to Crawford. Stays down on it, flips for the out. And Kane gets around the leadoff hit in the second. Third inning now. Game 4, 1-0 Giants. In Los Angeles. The cold seats here in Detroit as Crawford is safe with an infield base hit. All right, Aaron, thank you. Congratulations to Ashley as Pagan flies one into deep right center. Back is Turks on the run. He's got it for out number 1, and he went a long way to get it. Back trying to keep this a 1-run game. Here's the 0-1. Into center, Jackson with a late break. He's there. 2 out.
Jim telling us that if the Tigers hit like they could.
Sandoval. Hard hit, base hit into right. Crawford will take the turn, go to third, and Sandoval has got another hit. Wow. And a fly ball into center will be easy for Jackson. Scherzer strands 2. The Giants have left 3. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Laird, Jackson, Berry coming up. 1-0 San Francisco. Kane, who has struck out 1. Weak ground ball to Scudero to his left. 1 out. On 3-2, Jackson takes a 1-out walk. Second walk handed out by Matt Cain tonight. There goes Jackson, the bunt left side. Going to take a good play. Sandoval got it. And throw down to second. Big bat. Miguel Cabrera. And a fly ball into right. Back at the wall. This ball is gone.
There is no doubt about it. The wind helped that ball a lot.
That looked like a harmless fly ball off the bat. Now fielder hits a rocket. What a play by Crawford to win the inning. But this crowd is alive. And McGinn
we're in there and not bail out on balls away. Like that.
Strikeout number 4 for Max Scherzer. This is 44 times. 1 out, nobody on. Belt, who's made another good play. You can't defend that ball that carried over the wall. As that misses out in right field here in Detroit. Here's a 3-0. Blanco on deck. That's outside, a 1-out walk. Aaron Andrews is with us, and you're down by that Giants dugout. What were they saying after that home run?
Joe Marco Scudero was the first.
And put it inside when they're ahead on the count.
Let's see if Belt takes off. He's going. Struck him out. Throw down. Inning over.
Tomorrow night when you're starting, if the Tigers win tonight. A while ago.
With 1 out, nobody on. And that's a ground ball to the right of Scudero. He gets it, throws it 2 out. You're not doing, yeah, you're not doing so well down there, Justin. So get in line. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Our fault. Inning over.
Yeah, your guys' fault.
2 strikeouts in the inning.
Rockies and also Mike Fontenot.
Here is a 2-2 pitch. 1 away. Strikeout number 6. And that's how the 5th inning begins. How about having missed?
Yeah, but you're Johnny Doppler.
Right. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Had him off balance and a pop-up. Fighting through that driving mist is Peralta. 2 out. Be a good name for a new gum. Driving mist.
Hairspray.
That too. Waiting on a 1-1. He chops to Infante. Are the hands warm? Yes, they are. Perfect throw. And a 1-2-3 inning for Scherzer. His right hand is warm. 2-1. Tigers lead halfway through game 4. First up is Infante, the number 8 man, who's 0 for 1. He breaks his bat and gets a base hit into center. And Infante's the one guy who has been producing. Tigers trying to force that. Here's the 0-1. The bunt in the air, and it's caught by Belt. First a foul on a bunt, and then this one head high to Belt, charging one out. The 3-1 runner goes, and a pop-up. Shallow right center field. Infante will have to come back as Pence hauls in out number 2. The inning will be up to Quentin. Pitches to hit.
Right.
Ground ball off Kane to Crawford. What a pickup for the out. 1-6-3, and Brandon Crawford is still playing the heck out of shortstop. And that keeps Cabrera in the on-deck circle. If his manager isn't totally convinced that his stamina's all there, that could be a factor. Here's Cabrera, tough pickup. Can't get it out of his glove, and it's an infield hit.
Now you wonder whether Cabrera should have let that ball roll foul or not. Maybe it would. We'll see.
Scudero not going. And Sandoval strikes out. Strikeout number 7 for Scherzer. And a big one. We welcome it to center. You can hear this one's down the line and left. At the track, at the wall. And the Giants have regained the lead. Home run Buster Posey. And their cleanup hitter, the potential MVP of the regular season and the comeback player of the year, has put the Giants on top 3-2 in the 6th.
It used to be that right-handed pitchers didn't throw right-handed hitters.
Get him to the next round. He's been great behind the plate, and now he has his first World Series home run here in 2012 as Pence strikes out, 2 out in the inning. Here is the 0-1. Fly ball into left off the bat of Belt. Damage is done in the inning as Berry halts. Matt Cain back to work after the home run by Buster Posey, who receives. Now the 1-2. Got him on a swing at a pitch down and away. Cabrera laid off the one, but couldn't lay off that.
That's like.
It's been brilliant. Off the hands, popped him up. The frustration continues for Fielder as Crawford hauls in out number 2. Prince has taken another left turn and gone back to the dugout, and with 2 out, nobody on.
Just got ahead with a strike and got Fielder out with a ball.
Here's a fly ball into right. Back at the wall. We're tied. Here's a 1-1 from Kane. Base hit. Go-ahead run is on with 2 out here in the 6th. And the batter will be Johnny Peralta. There is no action at the moment for the Giants out in their bullpen. Still 0-2. There it goes to left. How far will it carry? At the wall, it's caught. And the inning is over. Blanco was there. Peralta came close. And Kane survives the 6th. But not before Delman Young. 7th inning. Blanco leading it off. That's into right field, a base hit. Blanco is on to start the 7th. And that good speed is aboard for San Francisco. And we'll see if that's it for Scherzer. It'll bring in Ryan Terrio. Runner goes. And a ground ball to the shortstop Peralta. Only out at first, 1 away. Blanco had a great left-hander. Drew Smiley has been getting loose. The left-handed hitting Crawford, the shortstop, coming up. Here comes Drew. Out goes Max. And these fans appreciate his effort here tonight. Bullpen. And the guy who gets the call first out of the pen for Jim Leyland is Drew Smiley, the rookie left-hander, while the Tigers make that switch. Jenny O invites you to switch to Turkey. And here is Drew Smiley, who has been a starter this year for the Tigers, and now he is asked to make the biggest pitches of his rookie season for the 3 runs for the Tigers here in Game 4. Here's a 1-2. The runner at second, 1 out. Crawford flies it to center for Jackson. 2 out. And Blanco at second with Pagan coming up. And Jim Leyland is going to go to the right-hander. Dotel in relief of Smiley. And Fonte with Pagan yelling at himself down the line. Inning over. And the bullpen does its job for Detroit here in the 7th. How about this fact? This is the first game with both teams having a game-tying or go-ahead home run in the same inning since 1995. Albert Bell did it for Cleveland. Ryan Klesko for the Atlanta Braves. It is time to stretch here in Detroit, and we join public address announcer Bob Bergiels for the introduction. God bless America. And Dotel, and they did a nice job in the top of this inning. Infante flies to center for Pagan. 1 out. Tim, we started this game talking where they really can't do much, even if they wanted to, because of the injury to Avila.
Right.
Popped up. Not going to get on base here as Belt waits for out number 2. Tim, if we get into a battle of the bullpens, it brings up
innings, but the Tigers at a severe disadvantage.
The bat is lost by Jackson, and it looks like everybody's okay.
Tigers did,
where they have at this point a better bullpen. A strikeout ends the inning, and Matt Cain has struck out 5. He's also pitched 7. We go to the 8th inning of Game 4, tied at 3. More from the excellent minds of Brian Biederman and Victor Gonzalez, who put those together night after night as Scudero gets out of the way of ball 1 inside. First pitch, a ball, and now another inside.
Order up in this tie game in the 8th.
Now here is a 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk, and the go-ahead run is on to start the 8th. So this World Series, Tigers trying to force a Game 5. That is a fair ball, and they've got Scudero hung up in a rundown. Dotel is involved, and that tag completes the double play.
Roberto Kelly, the first base coach, kept trying to get Sandoval.
The 2-2. Count, and the inning is over. Dotel gets around the leadoff walk.
Facing Barry, but chose this one.
Is at the plate, the 1-0. A late, here comes a 1-2. 2-2. 2-pitch, Garcia. Down in 2-pitch. A leadoff walk. And it brings in Cabrera. Strikes out, and a big strikeout for Jeremy Affeldt. Struck out Cabrera. Has fielder set up at 1 and 2, and he strikes out. 2 down after the 2-2 pitch struck him out. And what a job by Jeremy Affeldt. Gets around a leadoff walk and then walks right through his 1-2 pitch to Pence. On the inside corner, one away. Struck out the side. It takes a run to force game 5. Dirks, Peralta, Infante coming up. Bottom of the 9th. Tied 3-3. What's it going to be? In the bottom of the 9th inning, a live shot of San Francisco Civic Center, where 10,000 people who love their Giants are watching, wondering if they'll be celebrating in the Bay Area. A second championship since the team moved out west in '58. They won it in 2010. They lead 3-0 as we play in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tie game. Andy Dirks first up against Affeldt. Strike one, and he ties up Dirks. He hit 8 home runs during the regular season. And he strikes out. That's 4 straight for Affeldt. Can't do it. An 8-3 win for the Giants. 2-0. High fly ball into left center. Back is Pagan, still going, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
And that's why you play a no double defense. You play the outfielders deeper than they would normally play.
That's going to be it for Affeldt, who did a great job. Went an inning and 2/3, struck out 4, leaves with the bases empty. But on this cold night with the wind blowing out to right, that ball died on the track. Casilla coming in. 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. Tie game. Here's a 2-1. Oh, and that got him on the hand or wrist.
Santiago Casilla throws a very heavy ball, and it looked like it hit Infante.
Struck out the side in the 9th. Second inning of work. And a little fly ball into right field. That's going to drop. And the leadoff man is on for the Giants here in the 10th. And now Brandon Crawford will go back into the on-deck circle. And the bunt is perfect. Koch makes the play at first, down to second. Terrio, 1 out. He's a none in the World Series. Two out.
And a backswing, excuse me, Joe, a backswing hit Gerald Laird. If something happened, it's
good 2-3 combination for the Giants. Here it is. Line drive into center field, and that's a base hit. Here comes Terrio. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers, and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th. The big 2-out RBI hit for a guy who will get ready in earnest and try and wrap up this World Series in the bottom of the 10th. Sandoval grounds to third, fair ball. And the tag to end the inning. In the bottom of this 10th, the top of the order will bat for the Tigers, down to their final 3 outs. The dugout for the Giants love it. You think about what's going on in the Civic Center in San Francisco, they've got to be going crazy. Terrio pumped up after scoring the go-ahead run. Scudero, the big RBI, back after this with a bottom of the 10th from your local Fox station. Here's that play with Terrio scoring the go-ahead run. First time ever as a DH in his big league career, and when that happened, The Civic Center in San Francisco went crazy. And so did that dugout for the Giants. They're 3 outs away from their second world championship in the last 3 years. For Sandoval and for the Tigers, trying to avoid a 4-game sweep, they have the right guys coming up. Jackson, Garcia, and Miguel Cabrera against Romo, who's been so good this postseason.
One slider after another to right-handed batters. So if you're a right-handed batter, you look for the slider away. That's your best way of guessing location.
Romo with 2 saves in this World Series. It was Brian Wilson who was on the mound when the Giants won it all in 2010. Now it's Romo. And his first to Jackson. Slider, strike 1. Jackson, the 0-1. Outside, his team 3 outs away. Here comes a 1-1 from Romo. That slider was hittable. Jackson struck him out, 1 away. Posey sets up away. Strike 1. Over but low, ball 1. The Giants got the big 2. Here's a 1-1. Checked his swing on ball 2. 2-1. Strike 2. 2-2 pitch. 2 down. The strikeout to get Don Kelly. First pitch. In for strike 1. To wrap up the World Series, the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 strike away. Wouldn't chase, ball 2. Prince Fielder on deck, but all eyes on Cabrera. Off the end of the bat. And a 2-2 count remains. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Got him looking, and the Giants have won it all. This team that was down 2-0 going on the road to Cincinnati in the division series, they came back and won it. Down 3-1 to the Cardinals. They won game 5 and won game 6 and 7 to get here. And now it took 4 games to win the World Series for the Giants over the Tigers.
All sliders to right-handed batters in the 9th inning, except the last pitch to Miguel Cabrera. A fastball that fooled everybody, including the guy with the bat in his hand.
Buster Posey with a 2-run shot in this game. Bruce Bochy has won his 2nd world championship in the last 3 years. And this Giants organization celebrates here in Detroit, Michigan. And night after night, it was somebody different, and Bruce Bochy at the controls. What a postseason. And those fans in San Francisco can celebrate. They were so great at AT&T Park. And this World Series, as the 2010 World Series, ends on the road. And it ends on a called 3rd strike from Sergio Romo to the Triple Crown winner, Miguel Cabrera.
You could see Romo shake one time, and he threw the fastball.
Romo, who told us